Warriors TV here in Portland. The Warriors set to face the Trail Blazers on Sunday night here in the Rose City. And when we come to these cities where Warriors broadcaster Jim Barnett played during his NBA playing days, we do like to talk about that, and we will in just a second. But right now we're kind of looking at the remaining 15 games this season for the Warriors. Now, 9 of them are at Oracle Arena. And what's important here in these final 15 games as we make this playoff push?
Well, you've got about 20% of the season left. The Warriors know who they are. They know they can beat anybody in this league. I think this year they've taken great strides in their defense, and that's become pretty consistent throughout. But since the All-Star break, they're 11-4. They're one of the better teams in the entire NBA, and they're finding out what their strength is at the offensive end. And they're also, with the bench playing so much better, they've been able to give the starters some rest. But and that's going to be key, that you're not too tired when you go into the playoffs, so you're ready to play.
This Portland team that the Warriors will see on Sunday, certainly one of the surprise teams in the Western Conference this year, coming off a big road trip where they did win in New Orleans on Friday night. But when we look at the strengths of this Portland team, who are expected to be playing without LaMarcus Aldridge, Damian Lillard certainly one of those strengths, but where else can they kind of sneak up on you?
Well, they're very athletic. Nicholas Batum is a terrific basketball player. You speak about that New Orleans game, he had 22, 18 rebounds, hit 4 threes. He can really go off on you. But the team goes around Damian Lillard, who's an incredibly talented point guard, rookie of the year. And Portland's had 4 rookies of the year throughout their history, as a matter of fact. So he's a team leader, even though he's young. But when they get to the playoffs and stuff, LaMarcus Aldridge, one of the great power forwards in this game today. They've got a lot of balance. They've got a great coach in Terry Stotts. They come ready to play. They're an exciting team, and they've got a great venue, just like the Warriors do with Oracle Arena. The Rose Garden up in Portland is very, very supportive, and they have great fans up here.
Your days playing in Portland were part of a time period where the phrase Rip City was coined, and you had no small part in this. For the fans that don't exactly know the entire story, take us back to the birth of Rip City.
Well, it was the first year of the Portland Trail Blazers, and I was a member of that club, 1970-71. But we were playing a game against the LA Lakers, and we were down by about 20. The Lakers were, one of the great teams in the NBA at that era. Jerry West was still right at his prime. And we were down by about 20, but we made this big comeback. And I was a part of that. I got hot, and I just knew the shot was going to go in. We didn't have a three-point line in those days. I took one that would have been probably 6 feet, 7 feet behind the three-point line today in the open court, where you really shouldn't be shooting the ball because you didn't have floor balance and everything, no play called, and it was either hit or miss. But I knew it was going in. In fact, I never saw the ball go in to the basket. I knew it was in, and I turned. It was such a long shot. I turned and started walking and jogging back the other way, and our radio announcer at that time, Bill Schonley, uttered the phrase. At first he was kind of stumbling. He said, he was questioning, what's he doing? Barnett comes across and he's firing, and before he could get it all out, he said, "Rip City." And I know Bill real well, and he said that it just came to him. He had not programmed that in. He hadn't saved it for anything. It just called for that kind of comment at that moment.
Yeah, certainly cool history, and you see it on the back of their uniform. It still says Rip City on the back. It's very cool stuff. Thank you so much for joining us here on Warriors TV.